Good morning, Grand Rising family. How y'all doing out there? Thank you guys all for tuning in. In Search Me Foundation LLC. And for the very first episode, I was asked to talk about when do you know it's time for a change and how do you make that change? Hmm. I believe everybody time when they know they need to change, we hit different. But for me personally, it was like there's a couple of moments I was like. In life, like I hit a lot of roadblocks. I was like, okay, bang, I'm do this thing right here, and then once I got this thing going on, and bam, I keep ending up at the same ending. Like you know what I'm saying? Time for a new book, new story. And then after that, then I started having kids, and that really helped a lot too, because I'm looking at the lifestyle I'm living and the things I'm doing and how I'm ending up, and I'm like, man, now I'm more of a role model for my own children now. So I'm just like, damn, is this what I want them to do? Because I believe that the children repeat what they seen as growing up, some form of fashion. So if you're showing the kids something positive, you know what I'm saying, it's a highly chance that your kids will grow up doing something positive because they seen in the household. And your kids are a reproduction of you. So I was like, okay, bam, man. I'm like looking, I'm like, man, I cannot have my two daughters and my son growing up making these same out of whack decisions, hitting these same roadblocks that I'm hitting, and if they do, I mean, it's by choice, but I feel like if I'm teaching them something and practicing what I preach and living this lifestyle that I'm preaching, hey, you know what? They can make this change. So it wasn't easy. It's like sometimes I still battle a lot with my old self, old thoughts. Um, Breaking old habits was a hard one. Um, I think I really started off when baby steps, baby steps. I didn't just, hey man, just stop everything and bam, and it just happened. I end up taking baby steps. Like I'm looking at the lifestyle and I like to start to write stuff down. So I'm like, okay, bam, let me start writing this stuff down, start planning and making goals. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, and now that I'm making plans, I'm like, okay, this makes a lot of sense now. I'm looking at the old lifestyle I had. No planning, just basically just crash dummy in life. Just going through it. Hey, let me tie this road out. Take this road out here. Take a right on the fork, and bam, run into the wall. Then get in another car. Hey man, you know what? Man, it's a new car. Let me try the same right in this new car. Bam, another brick wall. Another new car. Another new car. It's the cars. It's the cars. It's the cars. No, it's the direction I was going. I was headed in the wrong direction. So when I sit down and write everything, had everything planned, and start getting my life together, I'm like, okay, I'll be honest, I was so entitled, enticed to having fast money and having everything right there. Um, and when I was just like, I was in a situation, I had to get away. That was my first step. Okay. Um, so let me backtrack. So if I had my goals and stuff in order, the first thing was I had to get out of my environment. Uh, you cannot grow bigger than your environment. That's how I feel. I feel like if you want to get anywhere, you have to leave your original environment, start seeing things, broaden your horizon, start learning things, learn more, see more, do more. So I was like, okay, yeah, I left out. But I left without like nothing. I'm talking about nothing. I'm like, man, it's time for a change. Let me go to this whole new city. Flat broke, nothing. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting off fresh, starting off anew. No contacts, no cell phone, no nothing. So, man, okay, I get out there, get a little job, work a little job. Actually worked two or three jobs because at the time I was making no money. And I was actually paying child support for my oldest daughter. So I'm paying this child support, bam, 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 bam. I'm struggling. I'm like, man, I can go back and get this money like this, but I done took this right at this fork so many damn times that I know I cannot take this right no more. So I'm like, let me go this other direction, or let me just go straight. Let me go the straight path. So I'm going the straight path, and this route right here is very, very bumpy, but I don't even see the route. I just see the finish line, you know. I'm like, man, let me try it. And I struggled. I struggled. I had a plan in order. Okay, man, I had a plan in order. I picked up these 3 jobs, bam. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam. Actually making good money with 3 jobs. So I'm busting my tail, working myself off. But I'm like, you know what? It's worth something new. Um, then I started noticing that I'm making good money, but where the hell is this money at? Like, you know, now everything started looking good. I'm doing good, slowly but surely. Got my first car. It was a clunker, a lemon, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna squeeze that lemon, get all the juice out that bad boy. So, all right, so bam, bam, got this raggedy car and all this struggle, making it happen. Um, Another thing I had noticed I needed to pick up on was financial literacy. That was the major turning point of my life. Cause man, you can make money, you can make millions, billions, trillions of dollars, but if you do not have no financial education, nothing like, where's these finances going? You are not gonna do nothing with that but blow it. That's why you see so many people get millions and win the lotto and go broke. So I'm like, man, let me get I actually started off with a friend of mine. He was telling me, man, get a ledger book. So I got a ledger. He said, what you want to do, just gonna write down all your spending for the whole week. Bam, 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 bam. So every day I'm like writing down what I'm spending on, what I'm spending on, what I'm spending on for a whole entire week. And once you see it on paper, what you're spending your money on, I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm looking at and I'm watching where my money is going. And I'm like, man, no, this is crazy. So one by one, I started cutting things off the list, Bam, line 1, scratch that. Bam, line 2, scratch that. Bam, line 3, scratch that. Line 4, we'll keep line 4, okay, for next go around, So we cut 3 out this week, you know what I'm saying? It takes, I believe, 21 days to break a habit. So 5-hour energies was like, man, a major habit of mine. I noticed I was buying like 5 or 6 a day. Cause I like go, like, fast paced type of guy. Cause once I sit down, I crash and I stop, shut down, I'm done, finito, bye, go. But yeah, so I got these 3 things on the list. So it was hard. Breaking habits is hard. Like, even though, like breaking away from anything is hard, but if it's something that that stop you from getting where you're going, what the hell? What are you losing? So okay, man, so I'm cutting all this stuff out. And now I'm saving up a little bit now. So what I ended up doing now, since I'm saving more, I opened the kids their own accounts. So I started putting the change in the kids' accounts. Something small. And also another saving mechanism I was using was bank bags. Get the bank bags. My loose change for the day, like say, if I happen to, I would not, but if I happen to have $100 bill and I broke the $100 bill, and let's just say it gave me 10s, 5s, 1s, 20s, and a 50. Okay, what I would do is at the end of the day, my change, let's just say for a $100 bill and a few loose change, quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, whatever, I put that all in a jar. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, and then the rest of the money I would put in the bank bags. And I did this every day. Still do it to this day, but I was doing it every day. And I set a financial goal, man. This is where I want to be at by the end of the year. This is where I need to be at. This is where I will be at. Because it's power in the tongue, so you have to speak it in existence, so manifestation. So I'm saying, this is where I will be at the end of the year. And before the year even ended, I'm gonna hit my goal. Perfect, bam. So next thing I do, I keep going. Because I believe once it hits the bank bag, you can't touch it. Don't touch it, nothing. So I got my stride going. Everything's going fine and dandy. So I had a few other things like going on personally. Well, relationship wise and stuff like that. But I'm be honest, I always stick to the script. Somebody's not going to understand you like you understand you, and somebody else is not going to understand your goals like you understand your goals. And reaching goals to me is like euphoria. If I make a goal, like every year I make 10 goals, and I might not even hit all 10, but as long as I hit 7, the odds is better for me. And then, you know what, the next 3, we'll roll it over for the next year. And I actually been sticking with this for like probably the last 6 years. And when I say that I position myself while I was in a position where I would never be in a position where I would need myself to position myself again, you know. And it feels actually good when you can like teach your kids this stuff, and you can see them doing them, you know, and you're just watching the fruits of your labor, and you're like, wow. So what's up now? Like, and it's like I still like it's. I haven't even reached my pinnacle yet. Like that's the coolest thing about it, and that's what I really like. I really love about like just the change, the positive, the growth, and the goals and reaching the goals. It's like the more you make, you know what I'm saying, the more goals you make and the more goals you accomplish, like, oh, I'm telling you, it's like, I can't explain it, but, and it could be a small goal. It could be, I mean, it doesn't have to be goals big as everybody else, because that was one thing I had at the very first beginning, man. I want to be like this. I want to be like that. I want to be like this. And that's why the name is In Search of Me. I had to detach, main thing, detach, plan, and action. And you cannot fail. And it's going to be roadblocks. Like I said, this straight, narrow path, it is very bumpy. Even when things look like they're going good, it could be stuff that just come sidetrack you. But I always say, stick to the script. You got a plan, you got a goal. Don't let nothing come in between stopping that. Nothing, no one. It might slow it down, you know what I'm saying? Or you might have to readjust the plan a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to reach the ultimate goal, but don't never let nothing throw you off. That's what I had to learn. That's what I now live by. I stick to the script, man. I stick to the script. And if it's not part of the script, it ain't a part of me, you know.